guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back and ready to record, and my spirit change is coming, and today's title is called Lovely. The Lord has given me this title when he was leading me to pray for my brother's father, and he said lovely, and also another title came out of it. So it's with that comes with forgiveness and letting go and change from the past to a new way, because God is shifting and moving, and he's moving and shaking different things that's going on in this world. God's a healer, he's a redeemer, and change is coming. And the loveliness is, last night, God said that, it hurts when people hurt you, and it's hard, but God said it's easy, I'm not gonna make this about me, but I'm just gonna add little snippets here, just to, it's my thinking of the experience of it to help you guys, because the loveliness of the day, it's raining, and when it comes to raining, it's relaxation. It's different. Sometimes the sun peeks through and it's lovely, and sometimes you just need that calmness of the grayness and just that blandness and just that fogginess, and it's very relaxing. It's very lovely. Some people don't like the rain. I love the rain. It's perforation of for the world to have water. Water is the flow, and it lives. It helps the roots to drink. The root of a tree, it's life. You have a family tree is the root of everything, and everybody has their certain family members and all this and that. But the loveliness of it, you guys, is change. God has sent me a dream, and I'm not talking about the dream today, but I'm just going to say loveliness. You just gotta pray, and like I said, in my experience, I think the Lord wants me to talk about my dream, because he keeps saying experience. So my experience in the dream last night, I was at my old house at 666. I grew up in a house that, yes, literally 666. And every time the Lord has a dream, he always directs the steps back to that house, my childhood home. That's where my experience was. I learned how to pray. I learned, that's the first place where the Lord spoke to me at 9 years old. My family grew there, and we left when I was 12 years old. It was a lot of development. We moved when I was 5, and we moved when I was 12, but I felt safe, and also it was a lot of sadness, a lot of experience. And so therefore the loveliness is it was always the outside. The Lord showed me dreams, but now we're going inside, the root of it. So the loveliness of this dream is that I will say that it was falling apart, versus, when you something stable, you want to stay, but thing is, the experience is crumbling. And so now that, versus me being a child, now I'm an adult, and now my sister's children are in there, and then I said, okay, I tell my mother, like, it's literally gutted out, but everybody's still trying to stay in here, and we gotta go. It's literally crumbling, but my family's still holding on to that. Like, I'm like, you guys, we gotta go. Oh no, my mom's like, no, it's still lovely. I said, no, it's falling apart, but they're still trying to make a home out of it, Some people have a hard time holding on and letting go to things. And so with the loveliness, it's okay. I'm going to hold your hand. God's going to hold your hand and let it go. My friends, it's lovely. And it's experiences when you let go of the past and you feel different. You don't want to forget where you come from, but the loveliness and the preciousness is through our experience. We got to let it go. And we just got to love in the heart and push through and follow through with the Lord, And so there's a move and there's a way, and God is the way. So let's keep on with the dream. And so I don't understand, like, it was a 2-family home. It was like a starter home. My mom has 6 kids. Like I said, and then the grandkids are moving in, so it's really tight and there's no room, And so we start off in the kitchen, and then for some reason more kids start coming in, and then everybody's just piling their mattresses on the floor. And my sister's fiance, her boyfriend, had an office, and then I had this coat, and it already had two, like, how you have an office, and then you have the person, and the person has another chair here, and I had 2 coats here, and I said, okay, well, I'm gonna put my coat here anyway. He came back, and he was like, why is your coat here? And I didn't want to say anything, but he didn't say, but he was happier. And I think, okay, he's going to have a business. He's going to have a business owner. And the Lord showed that with me, that he's going to have his own business. He looks more happier than my sister. He's like over the moon happy for her experience, for her family. And I'm happy for that for them. But I'm looking at things like there's no room. And we're adding more kids to this house that's falling apart. But to me, it's renovation. But I'm like, we got to go. My mother's like, no. We're going to stay here. I said, y'all can stay here. But keep in mind the experience where the Lord said to me, I cannot leave out of my family house. If I leave, there's more danger. And so therefore, I just said, Lord, I just need to walk down the street for a minute. And then I'm walking down the street and I saw free clothes. And I'm a reseller. I said, oh my goodness, free clothes. And it was good quality stuff. And for some reason, I am good quality. Like the Lord fast forwarded me to the corner store. And I was coming out the corner store in my old block, and this guy had free clothes, and I was like, oh my goodness, free clothes. And the guy was like, where's your mask? You can't come over here, your mask. I said, mask? Why do I need a mask for? No one else is wearing masks, and then this random man just put the mask on his face. See, people just trying to stop you from getting successful by saying, you know what, I'm going to get my mask and come right back. Oh, then that's when I think I grabbed the shirt or something, and then that's when I added the coat. And then I saw more kids, and then it was more space. Now, before everybody was piling up, but then everybody made a maze where you could walk through, and they made it a little better. But then my mother was trying to come up the stairs, and as she was walking, it was more stairs, and there was more stairs, and there was more stairs, and there was more stairs. And then that lower level, we came near the attic, and I was saying, we can't stay here because now we're up here, and stuff are falling apart, and it's going to get cold because we live in Connecticut. And, yeah, we live in Connecticut and it gets cold, and everybody's like, yeah, it's fine. I'm like, this is the attic, and this ain't working out. I'm glad you guys have, I think the dream represents like a starter for my sister and her family, that my mother, even though it was moving in the dream, that she is letting go, and then they're getting further and further and further away from my mother, and then maybe something to do with children and prosperity. And my mother and I was leaving from my sister's house because there was too many people up there. They was content, so that you guys can have all these extra children that I brought in. But then, and I saw this dog like knocking down the walls and eating different things. And I said, oh, listen, Mom, see, this dog is knocking stuff over. And then we leave, my mother and I leave, and she's like saying that, yeah, this is why I'm glad I don't stay on the first floor. Because this current house now, we're living in the attic, and it's more stable and it's changed. But then there's a lot of stairs, and my mother stays on the first floor, and she's like, there's a lot of stairs, and so it's more movement, it's experiencing it, and it's more movement. I said, Mom, it's not really much. My mother's 54, 53, so that walk is done for her, you know what I'm saying? So I'm walking and I'm looking, and I said, Lord, no one else sees this, but I see this. And I said, Lord, they're knocking things down. And so the current landlord was trying to make a small starter family home into a 2-family house. And I said, this is not working out because it's much tighter and everybody's on top of each other. So it's just time to move. My mother's trying to stay and try this good. I know she's just saying, okay, it's working out for my sister's family, but if we're all going to stay here, it's not working out. And so then I woke up from the dream from that, and I tried to explain to my mother, like, listen, the landlord is trying to cut corners and this is why everything is falling apart, because he's trying to cut it in half to make another house for a 3rd family house, and now he's moving us crowded in versus us having that whole space. He's trying to divide it, and they're trying to dig, and it's not going to work out, and it's too much people. And so I thank the Lord in that experience that he's allowing us, our family, to move. I thank you guys for listening, and I feel lovely with that. And the Lord said dreams, so pay attention to the dreams God's giving you, because it's messages, it's visions, and it's experience, and it's a message. And ask God for signs. And I had another dream that I'm not going to share just yet, because I shared it with my sisters with that, and the Lord said I can't get into the dream right now. I really enjoyed that dream. I really did enjoy that dream, because it's dealing with a relationship, and it's really different, and I know that's the next step for me to have.